Okay, so as Louise said, I'm Meg, if you don't know me already. I work at the studio, but when I'm not working at the studio, I like to be a bit crafty. And so tonight, kind of keeping it simple with a bit of 3D paper card art. So nothing that's too difficult to get hold of. I'm basically just using pieces of colourful cardboard box. What else have I got here? Some paper. You can use pens if you haven't got the coloured card. Paint, anything like that. And so basically what I'm doing is you can make a big display for your window. So this is measured to my window downstairs, which is, it's not the biggest window, but it's like a half bay window. And so we've got one side that isn't quite the same size as the rest of the window. So I want to fill that one up with the window art. Or you can go a lot smaller. So you could just have it as a decoration in the house, or if you wanted to even make it as a present for somebody, you could also pop the 3D art into a shadow box. So this is kind of what we're going for. So it's, you can see it's 3D, it sticks out the page. It's kind of hard to see. Where's my camera? There we go. So it is all 3D. It's layered on top of each other, pieces of card and paper, so that it sticks out a bit. So that's obviously the small size. And we're going to try and create the big size window piece tonight. And it'll be a little bit different. Okay, so what I started with was the big piece of cardboard that I measured to the window. And I've just painted the top half of it blue, because I'm not going to bother covering that with paper. That would take a bit too much time, so I've covered that bit blue. Kept the bottom half, which is going to be layered with different pieces of colourful card and paper, just plain at the bottom. And using this as my guide, so this is basically, I just created this as the guide to then create the big piece, is I want to create these snowy hills here. So again, it's just big pieces of card cut out. So I've pre-cut some of them. So you can see I've just cut pieces of card out. And to get the 3D effect, you just need to build it on layers. Now to do that, you can use the foam sticky dots. They're really good. Or hot glue. Or you can just get lots of pieces of cardboard, small pieces of cardboard, stick them together and use them to raise it up in the air gradually. So for now, a few of these have got sticky dots on them, some of them don't, because these are going to be my bottom bits here. So hopefully you'll be able to see that with the camera. So I'm going to lay the first one there. I imagine that one's going to need to go about there, because that's where I haven't painted. And then it's just building it up. So with the next bit, I want that to go higher. So on the back there, you can see that I've added a few sticky foam squares already. These are really cheap, you get them in the pound shop. Pop the first layer on top there. And just keep building up. So that's obviously raised now, this bit. So if I add the next bit on, it appears more raised, because it's going on top of that. And keep doing the same thing. You can also make it more raised by putting 2 sticky dots or 2 extra bits of cardboard, or putting the cardboard sticky dot combination. I'll pop that one on top of there as well. So put the first layer of snow, so you might be able to see, there you go, 3D from that angle. Then if we go back to the picture, on here we've got a nice little tree. So obviously I'm going to have to make a great big huge tree to fit on this window piece. So I'm going back with just the cardboard box again. So we'll make a trunk out of a cardboard box. And then I'm just going to use some green card to make the tree. So, same time, I've cut a piece of cardboard out. Here's one I made earlier with a little branch at the side there, and that can just go straight down. I don't need to think about raising that or anything because it's going to stick out on top of the already raised bits. I will just glue that down, get my Pritt stick. Now, the great thing with the dots, if you use the foam dots, is that if you don't like where you've put something, it's quite easy to take it up and move it around again without ripping anything, unlike with glue. And then we'll go for the tree. So I'll show you the back of the tree. It's just straight lines and zigzags, and then with each layer I put another sticky dot in. So it's just building it on top of each other, which means for this top bit to stick out, I'm going to need to put quite a bit of cardboard to make it stand out from the rest of the picture. So I'm actually going to cheat and use double-sided sticky tape for this bit. I'm never patient enough to get the glue sticks to dry.
I was on a call today, Meg, and they said the Halton Play Council is opening up next week. So for everybody's craft materials and stuff, it will be open Monday to Friday. Well, it'll open on Wednesday, and then after that, it'll be Monday to Friday right through. So if anybody needs any crafts, they will be there and more accessible now, because I know they were only doing click and collect before. So go and have a big rush buy from the Play Council, all their stores.
Just say studio sent you. Right, so I've put 3 pieces there to raise it up. I'm just going to put some double-sided on the last piece to stick to the picture. So I best like where I put this because I'm not going to be able to move it. So it is only like half a tree, and it's not neat at the moment because I don't know how far it's going to hang over the side. So I can just chop that off, or it won't show in the window anyway. Stick that down to the trunk as well. There we go. And then next, we'll go for the house. So that's the little cabin in the woods. So again, here's one I did earlier. It's the piece of cardboard. I put a bit of brown paper on the top, another sticky dot with a door sticking out, another piece of white card, and then the chimney as well. They're not raised. They're just stuck together, but then the snow itself is raised. And I'm just going to stick a little yellow window on there because I think it looks a little bit bare without a yellow window. You can see I've just got scrap pieces of paper everywhere. Just use what you've got. Try and be patient with the glue now. You don't really want the house all that raised because you want to look for the snowy hills to look like they're in front of the house and the house is further back. So that's just going to get stuck straight down. There's a slight bit where I've not painted properly, so I'm going to pop it right on top of that. There we go. So it's starting to take shape. There you are. Now what I don't have in this one, but I'd like in this one, is a little path going to the house. So again, just cut out shapes. I just got a piece of grey card and made what looks like a square-ended snake. And you just want it to get thicker to smaller as it's going far away. So this bit will be nearest to you and that bit will be nearest to the house. Let's try and find a nice way to put it. Stuck the house down too well. Going to pop it under the house. It's too long. Just glued it down. There we go. So we've got a little pathway there. Now in this one, they look like clouds. It was supposed to be smoke. Not the best cutting out on that bit, but we're going to make smoke this time. And we're going to make it much more 3D than it is on there. So I'm going to use multiple colours. I'm going to start with a bit of grey card that I was using. And then glue dot, white, glue dot, another bit of white. So just layering up again. See there as well. And pop those down so it looks like smoke. So again, if it's getting far away, you want it to fade out towards the top. So which one is bigger? Yeah, I did the right way around. Now Georgina last night had a lovely window behind her and I don't have that, but she made a great suggestion that I can just use the mirror that I've got there, so I'll hang it up in front of the mirror after. So it's glass, it's like a window. Now you might be wondering why there's a giant hole in the top bit. I pre-cut that out because I didn't trust myself with scissors on camera. So I've cut out the hole and that is going to be where the moon is. And what I wanted to do is just from the back put a bit of very fine paper, or if you've got tracing paper, great. I've not got tracing paper. But I'm going to put some very fine paper just on the back so that when it's in the window, the lights from your house will come through from the other side so it look like it's lit up more. Or you could just put lights behind that area. So if you've got one of those push lights as well, you'd always pop it in that hole. So let's just see if I can find my nice fine bit of paper. So much paper here. Is that it? No. You can tell I might hoard quite a lot of colourful paper. show you with the blue for now until I can find it. One of my cats might have had off with it, but so you'd have to find a bit there, and it would just allow some light through until I can find the nice bit of tracing paper. That'll do. I didn't stick that bit down properly. There we go. And you can also do the same thing. You could puncture holes into it, and that can be little stars, or you could even stick your fairy lights. If you've got like LED ones, just the top of them, and then that will look like little twinkly stars in the background too. But what I'm going to do instead is do some 3D stars. So the intention of 3D stars is to hang from maybe like the curtain pole down on a piece of string, and they will look like these 3D stars. And these are just with a template. So if you do want a template for these, they are quite easy to find, but you can just send the studio your email address and I'll send out all the templates to you for this. So the template over this side. Looks like this, and we'll make one now for you to show you how easy it is. Like I said, just a bit of fine cotton or string. Hang it from wherever you can, or if you bit of sellotape, stick it to the window, hang it that way. I've got two different sizes here. What size? We've got a 5-inch star and a 4-inch star. But you can always make them however big or small you want them. I think these are just quite nice little decoration for any time of the year. You can do them in any colour. I'm just using it on card, but you can do it on paper as well. So you've got lots of funky bits of paper hanging around. They'll work fine too. You could just draw around the template and put it onto anything. Okay, so best move this before I cut into this. There we go. See if I can get the camera so you can see it a little bit better. There we are. Okay. So it is just scoring then down the sides of these. Now, because I've moved house, I have no idea where my ruler is. So again, this is going to be not the best. Let's see how much of a straight line I can make. Not too bad. Of course, adults do this for the kids. I'm old, so I'm okay.
You do it for me, Meg.
Yeah, sure. Now somehow I can't even cut out a star straight. There's a nice little bit there that I should have cut out. There we go. So once you've done those bits, you want to go back and just slightly score along all these tiny little dots. Now, usually I would use a craft knife, but I know not everybody has a craft knife. So you can do it with scissors as well. Once again, don't know if I trust myself with a camera and a craft knife.
Must admit, it's quite nerve-wracking to watch, knowing we can't get to you if anything happens.
I practiced twice today already in the studio. It's fine, Louise. I'm actually doing this relatively well, so I'm a little bit concerned. What's going to happen? They all raised? Yep, they're all done now. So what I want to do is fold the tab bits inwards so you don't have those lines showing. Now, if you want the lines showing, have the lines showing. Do it however you want. And pick it up. And then you just have to sort of bend the middle lines down on the star. And then go back in and sort of just fold slightly. So, see if I can show you like that. You start to get the 3D shape coming out. So that's partially 3D now. So we need to go in and do the second half of the star to make it fully 3D. Card everywhere.
If you would like this template and you want to, if I've already got your email, you can just pop it in the chat now, and well, you don't have to pop your email in, you can just say that you're interested in it, and then we can get that out to you tomorrow.
Yeah, so there's 4 different template sizes. So I'm just using the 4-inch and the 5-inch, but you can get them as big as I think it's like 7.5 inches. I think they might be a little bit big for the window. Okay, so I'm going to score this. Should have probably done this one earlier, so I'm not doing it twice. There we go. So I'm wondering, so far, how many people have put their decorations up and how many people are procrastinating? I finally put some up on the 25th of November because then it's a month to go. So I very nearly went earlier. Usually, when I was a kid, we weren't allowed them up to the 20th of December because they make too much mess.
I think we only got one Christmas tree on today. I think we're all kind of hanging on for your inspiration, the inspiration from tonight.
Right, okay.
I certainly haven't got anything.
Georgina's got a nice window. We know that.
Yeah, Georgina's got some. Yeah, we know that from last night. We saw the evidence.
So I'm just going to fold these again.
So I'm having a think as well while Meg's doing this, what if there's any parts of what she's done so far you want a little bit more information on, or about shapes, or how to cut out a shape, or like the shape of the house, or anything like that. Anything that you need a little bit more guidance on, have a think, and Meg will try to give you some guidance on that as well.
Yeah. So after this, I'll show you a little way of doing a 3D Christmas tree, and then show you a way, finish it off, making snowflakes out of glue. So you have lots of different things to play around with in your window. Ooh. So if you don't have card.
I've forgotten about that bit, that's exciting, yeah.
So I'm just going to glue the tabs together on each side. So that's just the little bits that we folded on the edge. This is the fiddly bit. Ooh, losing the glue stick. You just want to pop the star together like a sandwich, and you'll see you've got one tab will go inside there, the other tab just goes on the other side, and you do that with all the sides. So just do that. Prepare for some faces while I try and concentrate. Because I've got very little patience for glue.
Suppose you could double side sticky tape that, could you, I suppose?
Definitely, yeah. I think I would if I was going back and doing just sliding. I can't be dealing with glue. It's getting all sticky all over me now. So it'll start really flat when you've glued it together. But that is fine. Right. I'm going to hold it down for a moment. I'm going to stop playing with it. But then if you just start to push on the corners, it'll start to go 3D again. The tabs will stay down, but the glue, nothing wrong with the glue. So you might be able to see a little bit. It's getting 3D there. If the glue would hold together properly. But you know, not blaming the glue stick here. So when it actually glues together properly, let me get the actual stars. You can then see that it goes properly 3D. They used a better glue stick. And then we've got the tree. So the tree again, just a really basic template. I can send you this, but you probably just do that at home. Just like that. Or you can just draw around that shape. I've just hollowed it out. I just find it a bit easier to hollow it out. And I drew inside it 4 times on some green paper. you see, I've got 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. And you just want to fold each one of these in half. 1, 2, 3. Where have I put the other one now? Oh, it's flown all the way over here. 4. And what you can do is you glue the sides together, and if you wanted to on the picture, you could leave a flat side like that, stand it up, those two glued together for your 3D tree. Or if you wanted it fully 3D, you can add the other two. So we'll make a fully 3D one, but I'm not going to use glue, I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape. Just put all the flat sides together. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's another piece of sticky tape. Now with this 3D stuff as well, you could even do it on Christmas cards for people, just a much smaller scale. So those pop-up cards you get. So you go, got one 3D Christmas tree there. Pop it with a 3D star, shall we? There we go. And just other ideas for this big window art piece is you could do animals in there. So you can have snowmen, you could start sticking things like, see if we can do it without moving these bits, a deer in there, to make a little woodland scene. You could do a dark sky with Santa and the sleigh, and you can do that all 3D with like the reindeers coming up. Those different ideas. And then finally, is our favourite baking paper, making snowflakes. So you can use PVA or hot glue for this. I'll show you both ways. PVA is a lot trickier, but lasts, you can stick them to your window, whereas with the hot glue, it doesn't stick to the window as well. But what you can do is, with the PVA, is you draw your shape out, put a thick amount of PVA, which is very hard to pour out of a bottle. So you might want to just keep going over layers and layers with a paintbrush. And whatever you draw on the paper will show on the other side of the PVA glue. So you can do it glittery underneath and it will stay glittery on there. Or if you do it in pencil, it will have the grey on there. If you do it without, you won't have any lines and it'll just be a snowflake. So I'll try and show you. I definitely didn't have enough time to prepare a nice thick one. These. But then they just peel off the baking paper. Okay, I haven't got the window or anything to display this on. And if you damp the background, so the flat side of your PVA star, it then just should stick to the surface. And you can just keep doing this. If it falls off, just damp it again, because obviously it just makes the glue a little bit tacky, but doesn't mess up your window. Like I say, it looks much nicer if you do have hot glue to do it. Because obviously that it dries like that, so quick, and they just pop straight out like this. You can get them to go slightly tacky, but it is better with the hot glue ones to just tie a little bit of string on them and just hang them. So I'll show you how to create hot glue ones.
I think I've only ever seen these snowflakes done by just cutting out a bit of paper or using a paper doily. You've never seen them done with glue before.
Yes, it's really simple. Let's see if I can. Thing is, it's invisible, isn't it, glue? So let's see if I can.
Yes,
show you. I didn't realise it's really hard to see.
Yes, you say you're doing it. We can't see.
I'll tell you what. There's a good point. I'm going to draw a line first, so you can see me covering it. So let's have a. What colour snowflake shall I have, Louise?
Pale blue was there. If that will show up.
Blue. Aha. Okay. So if you just draw your shape first. You can go however fancy you like. We'll keep it fairly simple for now. And just follow the lines. So if you did these all sorts of different sizes, you can make it look like there's snow falling in your house. And these peel off a lot easier than the PVA as well. You can get these off in seconds.
And where do people purchase a glue gun from? Hot glue gun now, Meg?
Well, you can get these again for like really cheap in the pound shop. I've got a mini glue gun, and that only cost me about £3.
The works of them, Lou.
There you go.
Fabulous, thank you.
Yeah. But you can also, for kids, get cool glue guns, so it's not hot glue. And I always wondered why they sell glitter glue sticks to go inside your hot glue gun, and now I know. Be perfect for this. put glitter on it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
whilst that is hot, you could just get glitter and throw that on top of it. Actually, I wonder if I've got glitter here. I'm not the biggest fan of throwing glitter on things because it sticks everywhere. But it'll probably show up a little bit better if I throw some glitter on it. I'm going to regret this, no doubt, but here we go.
It's like the 70s all over again.
Right, now I just need to wait for that to dry. If I just show you over to the side here, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that there's one here slightly? I'll peel this cold one off and then I'll peel that one off. You can see in comparison to the PVA. Yeah, that's probably a better idea, Georgina. You use it on their cling film for the PVA. There you go, so you can see. Do go through lots of different sizes, shapes. Let's go for
I really like the little straggly bits as well, that because that's like really natural, isn't it? Looking the little extra
yeah, the
bits.
little where the glue collects. Right, let's have a go with this one then, shall we? Now this one is dry. We have glitter all over.
It'd be worth
Remember
it.
not to...
It'll be worth it.
I feel like my cats are going to be traipsing glitter through the house until Christmas Day.
Of course, there's eco-friendly glitter as well, isn't there? And edible glitter and all that kind of thing.
Biodegradable.
Biodegradable.
That's usually mica, which is the stuff you find in bath bombs. Yeah, that's a very, very glittery.
Yeah.
Wheel that one actually, but yeah, very glittery and blue.
And
so
blue, yeah.
Put down baking paper, the hot glue then picks up as well and attaches to it.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I really like them. I think I might need to be making some of them.
So yeah, just hang them up in your window. Oh, I've just realised I'm not even showing me mirror now. So yeah, just pop them in your window, hang them up. Lots of different colours, shapes and sizes. And you can see it takes seconds just to do those, so not too time consuming.
Brilliant. Thank you. So has anybody got any questions on the snowflakes or the 3D picture art for Meg? If you want to unmute yourself and ask a question, that's absolutely fine. Or if you've got any questions about anything you're planning to do in your windows and you want a bit of advice, we've got both Meg and Georgina on hand here to answer any questions about what's the best way to tackle your idea. Jackie, have you got something to ask?
Yeah, just the any of those extras that you could just forward on an email would be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
We'll get the template to you and any kind of tips. I think the thing of the little cubes of cardboard is a really good tip, and I think the double-sided is everybody's friend. A roll of double-sided sticky tape, I think, is.
I do not like Pritt sticks, as you may know now. Yeah. Yeah. So corrugated cards works really well for that.
And I was thinking as well, the you know, when you were saying about you could put a light in the circle, you could maybe also put like silver foil, like so it is like a shiny moon or something like that.
Your favourite, if you get your sweet wrappers.
Oh yeah.
And so you can get maybe a bit of yellow cellophane or whatever and just pop that in, or you can if you've got water-based pens. Done it before. If you go on the Boredom Busters,
oh yes, on the YouTube sites, the studio's YouTube site.
Yeah, there is one where I created watercolor art using like a Polly Pocket, this piece of plastic, and you could do something similar with that moon gap as well. So Studio YouTube, there you go, if you want that tip.
Of course, I would use it as a peephole and put my face in there, so that'd be, I am the moon, sticking out there, having a nosy through the window. That's what I immediately thought I was for. Typically.
Well, my head's a bit too big, but okay.
Mine,
Well, that's what I'm trying to be nice.
mine would probably fit, yes, definitely, my little pinhead. I might use that technique. Any questions for Meg? Anything you need to go over or clarify? Or anything you want to ask or say now? Hey, Marty.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, thank you.